Guys, it's Henry, Mowers and Blowers again. So I've spent all day yesterday just completely redoing my entire backyard because it was really looking like Skid Row. Got all my lawn equipment out, all of it, pretty much, except for the stuff in the garage. And so things just work out for a reason, you know what I mean? So my original plan was to put that 6x6 Shelterlogic thing just there, right? The new used one I got, the 8x10, it's as big as a garage, you know, you can put a car in there. I was going to put that over here after I put all the remained red bricks from my front walkway leftovers and build an 8x10 platform, if you will, for, you know, the big one, right? Obviously, as I was making this platform, I didn't have enough bricks to make 8x10, but that looks about the size of the small Shelterlogic one. Incidentally, where the small Shelterlogic one is placed right now is on about an 8x10 piece of artificial turf, which should accommodate, if not all, most of the area for the bigger shed. So that's what I'm going to do. My wife helped me lift this. It wasn't very heavy at all from where I assembled it over there across the yard to this location right now. We had to leave it here because inside the little Shelterlogic I had an anchor that I removed because you couldn't lift it, you know. My Toro zero turn is parked in there. It's such a nice mower. I also had my power washer and Black Beauty bagger bin inside. So I'm gonna take the Toro out and park it somewhere so I can lift the small Shelterlogic and bring it over to where the bricks are. That thing always starts up and runs great. Let's see if I remember if I held this down somewhere. Doesn't look like it. I could just pull it over there. It did have bungee cord holding it in the corner. So you know what? I'm just gonna pull this over. It's pretty easy and light. Now I'm inside the big one. My phone usually dies when it's too hot, you know. There's a good view for you guys. Oh yeah, now you guys can check out the horde as I drag it over there. So it was really easy to move. However, I need to think logistically about things. I know I'm gonna be putting something over here, you know, where the grass is all dead and stuff. So maybe I shouldn't have an opening there, right? Even though it seems like it's much easier to just drive in and stuff, but I have a feeling I should just turn it the other direction. So now the opening is on the side. This way, I can probably put this yucky frame tent there, because there's no way I'm getting, there's no way I'm getting all this stuff into there. There's just no way. I'm gonna have to get my wife to help me lift that over to where the artificial turf is. It's not going to be on camera. My wife says, I don't want to be on camera. I don't want to be in your silly videos. Out of control, huh, fellas? While my friend Robert Nighthawk told me, Henry, don't take any less than $1,200 for that. I've been kind of sticking true to that, you know, but I haven't had many bites on it. People aren't willing to pay that kind of money for a used Toro 32, you know what I mean? I have seen some landscaping walk-behinds for like 500, 700, 800 and stuff. And those are commercial ones, you know, like Lesko and Ransomes and all that stuff. But I don't know. I don't think people will buy this for that kind of money. I think maybe if I get a bite for 800, I'll sell it, you know, because I'm not using it, you know, ever. Even though it's nice, I'm just not using it, you know. I've got so many snow blowers that I don't think I'll ever sell because people say Long Island's not getting any more snow forever. Global warming, no snow. What am I going to do with this stuff? Push mowers, they'll sell in the beginning of spring for sure. So I don't care, I'll hold on to it. And my lawn tractors, I really do need to lower my prices. My prices are insane. I was just wanting to see if I should replace this current engine cover with the stock one that I got. Nick gave it to me and says, hey, this goes to the Sabre. This is weird because look, there's the customary size one that goes on top of that. And then it's got a few bolts on the holes on the front to put this bigger one on there. So I'm thinking, is that going to get in the way of the air cleaner, or is it going to be designed to fit? Because it doesn't look like the contour is correct. Well, only one way to find out. As soon as I relocate these shelters, I'll give it a whirl. Another thing I need to do is, long run of course, I'm going to replace the hood on this. While I do think it's cool, right, and it's very unique, right, there's not one like it, obviously, it's fabricated, but I think I'm going to use, eventually, not right away, but this MTD, I like the hood on this because of the front lights, you know. I don't think I'm going to save this tractor, although if I get that Tecumseh engine working, I might, you know, because it just needs a lot of work with the you know, cosmetics and stuff. But if not, I know my buddy 5-Speed Ash is interested in the deck. Hey Nick, if you want to trade, man, I'm not going to take your money, but if you've got like a engine or something like that, or a bunch of starters, we'll trade for that if you want. I don't care. If you need it, you can have it. You just gotta wait a while. I've got so many things ahead of that, you know? Alright, so I'm gonna move that thing there. That looked nice. After I parked those 3 riding mowers into the big shed, I'm thinking to myself, man, is that even doing anything? Because I can't fit any of those in there. So what was the big shed for, you know? Just to protect 4 riding mowers? So I'm still back to where I started from. You know, I don't know, I gotta think about it. But first, we're going to remove this. Of course, I don't have the right bolt for it. Yep, I don't have the right bolt. That cover off. Put this cover on. I'm going to first put the first layer on. See if it fits perfectly. And it does seem to fit perfectly. I guess you gotta remove the dipstick. Where does your dipstick? Clean Earl. Cool. That is cool. Alright, well, I guess I'm going to use it because it's stock, you know what I mean? What else am I going to use it for? 3/8 bolts in the back. Couple of 3/8 bolts in the front. Why are you fighting me? It's so easy. This mower actually mows very well. There's nothing wrong with it. I almost thought about keeping it instead of the my Black Beauty. Yes, that's right. I considered selling my Black Beauty. Can you believe that? But I don't think I can. Because this still has like some rust spots and stuff. Kind of a cool cover. I've never seen one like this before. I have to remove, actually I don't have to remove it because I have an extra one. So I'm going to, no, you know, I'm going to remove it because I could always put it on whatever shroud that I want it to be. Technically, I could just leave this off, but I want to make it as stock as possible. As long as you have the parts, make a complete tractor. It's functional as well. This dipstick one here is stripped, so I have to get another bolt to attach the dipstick. Cletus, you dipstick!
Cletus, you know what you are? You're a dipstick! A 14-karat dipstick!
So I just found the screw for the dipstick. And it looks like I'm going to require a couple of screws or bolts that'll fit on top of this. I brought a bunch just to make sure. That's way too small. That's what she said. See if I can find some. A couple of 5/16. Hold that on. The dipstick back in. And there you go. And you put this grass thing on. Mesh grass cage. It's designed to blow as it's spinning. It creates some kind of wind, and so grass clippings won't get there, because if you didn't have that there, it may suck it in there. So because this is there, it makes like a force field of air as it's running. And it keeps the grass clippings away from the flywheel. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. My camera keeps shutting off because of the heat. I guess I'll park this in there, but I don't know if it'll fit with this bagger on here. I'll point it straight in. How's that? Let it stick out. It'll shut off. Yeah, it's going to have to be just temporary because obviously it doesn't fit. You know, even an 8x10 tent won't fit 4 lawn tractors in it. Just sticks out. Man, this 8x10 wasn't supposed to be used for just 4 tractors, you know. It's supposed to contain that mess, which, you know what, I'm just thinking maybe I'll just keep the tractors outside and try to put as much of the mess inside as possible. Snowblowers being first, because push mowers, obviously the value is not very high. Or I could just leave it out here like this. No, I shouldn't do that. So in my next episode, I have to actually go to my cousin's house for barbecue. So we're going to keep today's episode short and sweet. So I'm going to do what you guys told me. You guys did not like the battery on the bottom there, the gas tank on top of it. I will agree, it doesn't really fit that well since I have to put a hose spacer in there to lift it up by 1 inch or so. So if I remove the battery and then I bring it to the back here, you guys told me it's only 4 screws to lift the fender. I don't understand how that's possible. You know what I mean? That actually has a good gas cap. So, I mean, I'll take the bracket that's in here that's holding the battery right now, right? And I'll try to fabricate it and put it in there. Put the battery in there. I got a long positive wire that can go straight to the solenoid. I'll have a short black wire connected to the... I bet you the ground is connected there anyway, you know? So it shouldn't be too big of an issue, but you know, you guys are telling me that the gas tank squeaks out like that. I've never taken a rear gas tank out like that before, so you guys say it's easier, just lift the fender. I don't see how you lift the fender because this thing is molded one piece to the thing, so how are you going to lift that, you know? I always thought you had to drop the transmission to get that out, you know, which is a pain. And of course I thought about just cutting the gas tank like that and putting the battery in the gas tank. That would be rigging it, jigging it. Anyway, so I'm going to do that next time. Next episode. Of course, I still have to tackle my Noah Syndergaard Cub Cadet. Put the Nick from Medford Cub Cadet mower deck on it. I may have to do a head gasket on that Kohler. Also, that muffler looks like it might be Dunsky because it was so damn loud. Well, at least I got my sheds kind of worked out, but honestly, I didn't get that shed just to put 4 tractors in there. That shed is supposed to accommodate this stuff, which I don't think it'll fit. There's just so much stuff. Anyway, it's gonna pour pretty soon. We're expecting thunderstorms. So I've decided that 8x10 shed that I just put up, I mean, it's got to hold the bulk of my equipment, you know. I'm not going to just take it all up with just 4 lawn tractors. I'm going to keep the lawn tractors outside. So I'm going to try to fit all this stuff into the 8x10 before it rains. I'm going to try to put some kind of a thing over this one, because this one at least would keep the sun and the rain off of some equipment. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 snowblowers in here, 2 push mowers, self-propelled, 1 vac chipper, and 1 walk behind. Not bad. Now I feel pretty good about it because you know, this is supposed to keep most of my equipment dry, right? Might good. When I got this, the zipper was kind of hinky, but I think I might have fixed it. This side was good. This side was hinky. I think I fixed it. Sweet. So now I feel pretty good that my equipment is dry, you know. So, I visited my cousin over in Glen Head, Long Island. Glen Head borders Old Brookville and Old Westbury, two of the most richest old money in Long Island. I mean, you just have to Google Old Westbury, Long Island, and you'll see how rich that area is. Anyway, so he just moved from Port Washington, which is another very affluent area, to Glen Head, into this like mansion, okay? And so he pays some dudes $60 a week to do his lawn. $60 a week. Can you believe that? $60 a week? $240 a month just to mow your yard. So I told the dude, I said, well, it's my cousin, my first cousin. He's the professor. I says, you know what you need? He's the guy that I helped move with my van. You know, he's got a Husqvarna push mower, and that's all he's got. I said, hey, let me just give you a lawn tractor for your housewarming gift, right? He moves a lot, so I'm giving him a lot of housewarming gifts. But regardless, you know, as cheap as I am, I never want to let go of anything, you know, not even for $5 off or $20 off, whatever. I want to try to get the most money out of what I put into it, you know what I mean? And of course, I want to maximize my profit as much as I can. But he's family, so when I pay it forward to family, you know, and good friends, you know. So I said, hey, why don't you take the Sabre by John Deere? I mean, I know I can get $700-800 for it, you know what I'm saying, but sometimes you got to pay it forward. I've had people who pay it forward to me, so I'm going to pay it forward to somebody else, you know, especially my cousin. And so I said, did you need the bagger? He's like, no, I just like to mulch. So he doesn't even need the bagger, so I don't need to give him that one, you know what I mean? I would give him the Craftsman, but I really am not done with that yet, you know. I still have to relocate that battery, and like you guys said, it's not safe. So I'm thinking I could keep the John Deere because it has the bagger, right? And I'll bring my Black Beauty to my mother's house and give my cousin that rear engine riding mower, Craftsman 13.5. The bagger doesn't work very well, but he doesn't need a bagger. But it cuts pretty well, and it's very reliable. I've used it for like 2 years at my mom's. Start it up, use it, shut it off every time. Start it up, use it. It's very reliable, you know. And it's, you know, smaller, you know. And that would be good for him, I think. But I'm worried about the area between, on the side of my mom's house. Remember, my issue was the only reason why I have a 30-inch rider over at my mom's in Queens is because the houses are so close together and they're not designed to have a wide opening to go to the backyard. So my Black Beauty is a 40-inch. I don't know if a 40-inch is going to fit through there. I might have to try to measure or something like that, you know. But that would be an idea, you know. This way, I can keep the John Deere Sabre with the bagger here, and I could use it to suck up leaves and stuff, right? And it cuts pretty well and all that. And then the Black Beauty I could still have, but it's at my mom's house, you know? I'd still own it, so I wouldn't have to get rid of it. And that bags well for her house, and there's a lot of leaves over at her house. So that's what I'm thinking. In the meantime, there are some rusty spots on the John Deere. So I want to drive it to the front of the house into my garage where I have this spray paint. It's almost like that neon sign stuff, you know? You know what? That might not look good. But either way, this is what's left. So these are all my working riding mowers, if you don't count my GT6000 in the garage, right? This is what's left over that I couldn't fit into the shed. So it's 3 push mowers and this stuff I haven't worked on yet. You know, this is yet to be played with, you know. That's full with my 0 turn and my power washer. And this one here, I guess I'm going to park it under there, but I want to try to put the top on it, you know, and get it to work right, you know, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so my yard is finally starting to look like a yard again, sort of. Started to rain, so I'm not gonna paint anything because it's all wet. All clear. So as you can see, I did put this up. I made some extra structural bars on the top with the leftover stuff from the old tent. And, you know, it's pretty secure. Got my leftover push mowers and junk mowers that I haven't worked on yet. Just got so much to do, you know. So anyway, at least it's sort of cleaned up a little bit. I don't know how much progress I made, really. Hey guys, support my channel. Buy a sticker. Also, follow me on Instagram at Mowers Blowers. Check out my website, mowersblowers.com. See you guys on the